Hello there. Hi. Welcome to my channel. Welcome back if you've been here before, and welcome if you're new. Today I am doing a budget reconcile. It is already March, but we have February's calendar here because we are reconciling February. We're going to do like a review or redo, just a look at my budget to see if this is still a working budget. And one thing I'm kind of concerned about is actually being able to fulfill this budget, because this budget is set at $793 a week. And last month in February, when it was $634, it was pretty easy to come by, but not always. So yeah, see, it was always over $634, but like only one time was it overfunded, and every other time it was underfunded for this amount. So I am concerned with that, and it is already Saturday night, and I have not worked enough this week at all. I feel like I might have 20 something hours. I was trying to count it up. I think I have 22 hours, maybe 20 something hours already, but that is so not enough. Even if I do like 10 hours tomorrow, I'm still going to be at like 32 hours or something. And I am kind of getting concerned. I need to take all that into account when I reset my budget. But first, I'm going to reconcile and figure out what I spent in February and see what I can change, because I don't know if I actually need 600 in gas, 700 in groceries. Some of these categories are already funded, so I think I'm going to be able to fudge the budget a little bit and change it around. Well, we'll see. We'll talk about that later. But before we get into that, we are going to do a coffee update. This is kind of a boring coffee update. It's a plain, ordinary, boring, normal, classic roast. It's a very simple, cheap, normal coffee. I always have it on hand, and no one ever complains when I make them a cup of this. Very happy with this coffee. And I can buy it in a box of like 100 of them or something. I don't even know how many you get in the big box, but it brings the price down quite a bit, and it is a good coffee for the price. I'm happy with it. Get a drink of this and move on. It's a good coffee. Like I said, I've never had any complaints about it. It's one of those coffees I forget I'm drinking and I just drink it and all of a sudden it's gone. Anyway, I am moving out of the coffee and into the reconciling. If you've been with my channel a long time, you've probably noticed I don't really do very many of these reconcile videos. I feel like I don't reconcile half, and the other half, when I need to reconcile, I just do it and I forget that I even need to film it because it seems so tedious. So I am going to do this, and I'm not really going to talk while I'm doing this, and I think I'm speed it up so you guys can look at it as long as you want or as little as you want. I've got the budget here, and then I do the calendar. I put down everything I've spent, and then I need to reconcile the calendar with the budget, and that's a pretty important step that I kind of skip over and don't like to do, but here we go. Get into the nitty gritty, get into the hard work. It's not actually that hard. It just seems tedious to me, but once I do it, it's done, and it's not that bad. I'm gonna stop talking about it and get into it. That is everything that I have written on this calendar, broken down in a line by line order, so I can now color code it, and that's what I'm about to do, is do the color coding. So if you can see here, I have the legend. So I'm going to start with gas, blue, and look for gas. And I'm just going to go. All right. Next is food. And I'm not going to count food out because food out is miscellaneous. So pets, yellow. Shopping. Household. Miscellaneous. There's a whole bunch of miscellaneous. Now, is every single thing colored? Everything is colored. And this time I wrote what the miscellaneous was for. So I have food out, gift with pizza, Valentine's gifts, miscellaneous was a gift, food out, and gifts. So now I can take this and start to figure out what I actually spent in each category. Well, I'm gonna write. So my category is right there. I should color code those too. So those are color coded too. And now I am gonna go for food first. All right. So for food, I have $746.65. That's over budget, I believe. Let me see that. Yep. Groceries is $700. So I went over budget on food. Now we will do gas. $431.08. Moving on to pets. We only had the one amount for pets this time. $34.46. And I think that's right. Okay. So shopping. $33.47 in shopping. So see how this is like, it's not hard, but it's kind of tedious, and that's why I feel like I don't do it on camera, because it just takes me so long and it's just such a mess. But I know that this kind of thing is helpful, because when I started doing the budgeting, I started watching people, and if people didn't include every step, I was just so lost. I really needed every step of the way. Let me move to household. Now what should have happened here is I should have only miscellaneous spending left. So this one has no check mark, it's miscellaneous. No check mark, miscellaneous, 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 miscellaneous. It looks like I did everything right. Now let's add a miscellaneous category. Even though it is a bunch of different areas that I spent in, it is basically all the same thing. It's all food out or gifts. So I'm just gonna add it all together. $85.88. And that was a lot of miscellaneous spending, but it was also an oddball month. I mean, every month is an oddball month, but me and my hubby went out to eat, which we hadn't done in like, well over a year, maybe even 2 years. So definitely an oddball thing for us to do. That's what that $30 was. So that was a big chunk. We also did a pizza party with the kids, and that's not really a normal thing either. So that was 22 more. There was Valentine's Day in there. So, you know, I forgive that, and that looks good. So let me get a total on this spend. We're gonna go. And that is what I spent on my flexible budget this month. So let's see what I projected. What I projected I would spend was $1,575. Yay! I came in under budget. That means that I should be able to do this. That is so good. Okay, so there is one more calculation that I do need to pull off of this calendar, and that is on the bottom here. What did I make this month? Perfect. Okay, now I have this number and this number. This number right here is my fixed. So when I take $3,604 minus $1,595 equals $2,009 minus $1,352.36 equals $656.64. So that is what I had over and above this month. That's what I used to pay off credit cards, and that's what I have stuffed in here. That's what I had remaining, but that was a good month, you guys. I know it was an extra paycheck month. That looks like about an extra paycheck amount. I mean, I think one of my paychecks was so close to that amount. That is like the extra paycheck amount, but I'm sitting really good. That means that I can do the 4 paycheck amount too, right? I don't know. That's girl math, but hopefully that's what that means. It's giving me confidence anyway. I think that my budget can just sit exactly where it's at. I just used the 1/4 amount column this time and I should be fine. It costs $3,170 to fulfill that budget, and I made the $3,604 this month. Now I know this first week is going to be like really low pay, really rocky because I'm so low on the hours. I'm going to get out there tomorrow and just bust my butt, work all Sunday, every bit that I can, and add on to this week's paycheck. Hopefully that will work things out and I can get up to at least the 32 hours. If I can work 10 hours tomorrow, then I can get 32 hours. We will see. I'm going to wake up early and I'm going to see what I can do about that. I will be back again soon, and I hope you are too. Bye-bye now.